All right, in the shop today, I'm gonna try and fix this buggy up. On the last trip down at Wellsville for the TurkeyShoot Ride, I sustained some damages. End of the day, we were sitting atop a chicken coop. One of the guys realized that my trailing arm looked twisted, which should not happen. The bushings are solid mounted in the front, just to keep everything oriented for the shocks and everything, and it was twisted, so that meant it was ripping off the chassis. He crawled under there and took a look at it, and it was in bad shape. So I limped out, made it out of the woods okay without any catastrophic failure. So that was really nice, but it's time to dive into that thing, get it fixed up today, get some parts ordered for these shocks, see what we can come up with to get this thing all dialed back in. While we're at it, we're gonna take a look at the rest of the buggy, see if we see anything else that looks fatigued, and make a list of things that I wanna get repaired or upgraded over the winter time. We got a couple months of downtime here before we start planning the next thing. So I'm gonna spend some time in the shop working on this. Nobody wants to be that guy holding up the group in the trail. So we'll do everything in our power over the winter time here to make sure that that doesn't happen. So let's dive in and see what we can come up with. Trailing arm is tilted pretty bad here. The only thing's kind of holding it in there is the rest of the mount that's up under there. We'll get a better look at that here in a minute. But this shock is completely broken off and just resting on the lip there. So this shock's bent. If we look from the back over here, you can see how bent that shaft is. So we're gonna get this thing all apart, see what parts we're gonna need to do the repair, and get busy on it. All right, we got that tube all cleaned up where the brackets were on it. So I just cut a test fit bracket. We made it a little bit different, kind of a revision, a little bit bigger. And we're gonna try and get that on there. We'll see if it's looking like it's gonna work. If it is, we'll measure and cut the second one a touch longer to make sure that we get our pitch, our angle correct. So we'll get that tacked up and then I'll show you. And we're gonna try and make a really nice top plate gusset if I can get it situated. We'll put a bend on it. I got something in my mind. All right, after an extensive amount of measuring and leveling and moving things around, we finally got these things tacked in place. So here's the new tabs. They're a little bit beefier than the last ones, and they've got a nice flat top that sticks up just above this trailing arm. So I'm planning on putting a cap across here. I gotta come up with something. I don't want to put a cap, something that comes all the way across and bends down, touches this tube on both ends, and then I'll weld it everywhere it's touching. So should be a lot stronger. We'll see what I come up with. I'll work on that. Might work on a little cardboard design there and then cut it out of plasma taper. All right, quick update here. Buggy's sitting back on the ground. It's not on its own weight because I damaged the shocks, so I got some parts coming for that. I'll show you that here in a second. But the trailing arm is back in and it's attached. Seats back in, all the stuff that we moved so that we could access this to weld it all up and do a nice job at it. But that's all fixed up. I got this thing kind of sitting on a wood block on the bump stop right now, just so it's kind of holding its own weight, and I can move it around while I wait for some shock parts to show up. Got these things apart. The triple bypass shock got a really bent shaft here. It's curved pretty bad. And then the Radflow, the coilover here, it snapped the rod end off. So I got a rod end from another broken shock from a different time in the season. So we've been hard on this thing. So we've got some spare parts laying around. Problem is the bearing that was in here was trashed. So I ordered a set of 4 bearings so I can change all of them. It seemed like the mud and water and crap got in there, and they're just sloppy. So good opportunity to fix all that up for next season and get this thing maintenance When I dumped the oil out, I'll show you a clip of that. We dumped the oil out of this bypass shock and it was getting dark. So I've got a gallon of oil coming and we'll change all the oil in all of them. And that way we should be ready for next season. All right, when I did my new big sway bar this year, I lost my big container I had 6 quarts of fluid and then 2 gallon jugs, I think, in there. So it just didn't fit with how much this was moving around. So I picked up this Trail Gear fluid container. It holds 6 quarts and it's a different shape. It should fit in here with no problems as this sway bar moves up and down. So I'm making some tabs. We're gonna get this thing mounted in here so that it doesn't move around. Once I get it all mounted, then we'll powder coat it so that it stays nice for a long time. But that's what we're working on right now. Let's go cut some tabs. All right, powder coating these parts up. Got them through the sandblaster and they're in the oven heating up. Gonna shoot some powder on them. All right, so this is my old quart crate that no longer fit in the buggy after I upgraded my sway bar setup. It held quite a bit of fluids in here, had 2 gallon jugs, has a brake fluid up on top, and then 6 quarts of whatever you need, basically, is always in here. And this thing was awesome, but it just won't fit where I need it to fit anymore, so I was really bummed when I didn't have all this with me. There's a couple times this season where I felt like I really needed it, and I felt like a bum trying to get fluids from everybody else. So I'm really excited to be able to get this new one installed. So I'm going to transfer some of this into there, and then I'll be looking for a spot where I might be able to fit at least 1 gallon jug back onto the buggy so that I could have a gallon of coolant with me. I don't have any more problems. All right, this new one's fitting in here really good. I got plenty of room so that the sway bar can move up and down without getting into it. I can get behind, so there's room all the way around. Lid flips up, I can open it up nice. I may switch out one of these power steering. I got 2 power steering, 2 transmission fluid, and 2 of the engine oil so that when I flip over, not if, at some point I'm going over, and I need to be able to get up and going again. So I would like to switch out one of these power steering bottles with a brake fluid. I don't know if I'll be able to find brake fluid in that quart size bottle, so we'll look around and see if I can find something, but I think one of the power steering fluid should do me. I don't really run into too much problems with that. I have big reservoirs on this thing, so I don't really lose it out of the breathers when I go over. But also, I'd like to find a good spot to put a 1 gallon jug for coolant. So I think I have a spot on the other side. I might have to make a bracket for that one. But if I could get that 1 gallon jug in there, I think that'll be plenty for the coolant. I just need to get a little bit of brake fluid on here. Every once in a while I rip a brake line and I can swap it in a trail. I keep a spare one in here, but always getting a little bit of fluid. So I'll work on that plan and see what I can come up with. But I got a couple months for that. So we'll see. At some point I'll come up with a good idea and get that stowed away in here so that it doesn't bounce around. All right, my new shock shaft just came in. Let's line this thing up, make sure it looks like the same part. I'd say that looks right. All right, so next step is I'm gonna swap all these parts onto that new shaft. There we go. All right, now I just gotta put it all back together inside this hopper. Simple enough. I'm gonna fill up this shock and fresh oil here. These 2.5s take a little bit more than the smaller coilovers. Plus these are 16-inch travel, so the body's pretty big. It'll consume a decent amount of oil. Oh, here's some bubbles. about an inch from the top right now, and it's bubbling a little bit, but these bypass tubes will trap a lot of air, so just gotta flip them over. A little dangerous, don't want to have oil go everywhere, so I'm trying to keep it all in there with my hand. I can feel all the bubbles hitting my hand, and when they stop, you flip it back, check the level. And it went down about an inch. So I'll top it off a little bit. There's a snap ring groove in there. We're just going to try and get that thing pretty close to about an inch from the snap ring groove. Sometimes I do this twice just to make sure that there's no more bubbles. Yeah, I felt a couple. All right, flip that thing back. Yeah, kind of dry my hand off a little bit, and then time to work this thing in a little bit. Get this piston down in there. And it's going to try and shoot a little bit of oil up through the valving, so you don't want to push too hard. Just trying to get this thing down in a little bit. Probably lose a little bit of oil, not a big deal. Alright. Could definitely lose a little bit more, but I'm going to try and get that seal head down in. Got to get it below the snap ring hole. There it goes. All right. Let's get this snap ring in here. All right, that's seated. Okay. All right, everything looks good in there. I'm just going to get this thing closed up, and I'll have to pressurize it with nitrogen, make sure the shaft's moving the whole way like it's supposed to, and then we can install it back on the buggy. All right, got this thing all closed up. And throw a little nitrogen at it and make sure that the shaft pushes all the way out. And as long as that thing moves all the way out, we should be good to go. You can see it just changed zone there. It sped up. All right, good to go. Time to put it on the buggy. All right, that's a wrap on the repair video. Everything is done. This thing's ready to go again. I'm hoping that we get the chance to put together a quick video in the snow. I kind of got a fun idea that I'd like to do as soon as the ground's actually frozen. But right now, it's just snowy and cold and wet and messy out there, and we can't do anything fun. So, I will put together an upgrade video that'll be coming here soon. I have some stuff that I'd like to work on to make this thing even better for next year. I'll put that out probably sometime in March. In the meantime, since it's cold and nasty, I wish I was putting out some more wheeling videos for everybody, because that's the thing I enjoy the most. I hope you guys do too, but I got some shop stuff to cover. We're finishing up the kids buggy project. A little sneak peek back there, it's about done. And I have the final installment video to finish putting together for that thing. So I've got that and a couple other little things in here, and we're gonna start another build project. So we'll have some content rolling throughout the winter time here and there. Probably not as active as summer, but it is what it is. It's part of the winter life here. That's the end of this, and we'll see you on the next one.